Hari Om. Welcome to our next Bhagavad Gita video lesson. Let's start with a centering breath. Close the eyes for a moment. Inhale slowly and deeply. You can pause there. And then slowly and completely empty the lungs. Opening your eyes. So this is episode 28. I'm calling it a level 3 crisis. We have different challenges, levels of challenges we face in our life. There are the daily little niggling problems we face. There are, could be considered more level 2. I'm thinking of like when I got to the airport to go to Italy and I realized I didn't have my passport, and the next day I was supposed to give a program, a pretty big program. And I realized I had lost my passport. So that was more of a level 2 challenge. But then a few times in life, usually everyone has to face what I would call a level 3 situation. Something that really traumatizes the body and mind and leaves a lasting impression on us. It may affect the whole trajectory of the rest of our life. And that type of crisis can result in two things. One, it can push us into an altered state of consciousness. I'm thinking about like when I was driving 60 miles an hour. I'm not a great driver. The road was very slick from the rain, and I started veering off the road, and everything slowed down. I broke through the barrier. I'm heading toward the trees. I don't know if I was repeating my mantra or not, but everything slowed down. I don't think there was fear, but I knew that this could be the end. And I think Arjuna in verse 7, where he goes into this deep surrender after trying to defend himself, that I think is that moving into an altered state of consciousness. But in verse 8, he has a different result which can happen, which is a deep despair, an extreme depression. I'll read you verse 8 again. I don't think anything can extinguish this fire of grief raging within me, even if I were to become the prosperous and unrivaled ruler of the earth and even over the heavens. So I don't know if you've ever been in a level 3 crisis. I think most people have. Dear ones die. There's always some loss in life. Things are always shifting. And I can think of 3 benefits that can come from that. The fact that you're watching this video means you're alive, it didn't kill you, you survived somehow, and I find that it made me stronger, it makes one stronger and probably wiser. 2 is that we can plan that this is the last intense karma we're going to have to face. I may have to deal with another one of these level 3 situations, and just knowing that I survived it, I learned from it, it helped me to grow, makes me feel like I'll get through the next one. And third is that when I see people who are going through these type of intense challenges, I can relate to them, not in a patronizing way, but in a very empathetic way about what it's like to be through that. So as we said last week, this Arjuna is really going through an intense feeling of vairagya, or non-attachment. And we all, as spiritual seekers, need to develop that quality. If we don't develop it, then Mother Nature is going to develop it for us, and sometimes in a very uncomfortable way. But whichever way we develop it, it's good to keep in mind that non-attachment should not make us less loving. It just means that our love has less self-interest in it. That's a big difference. And the way for our love to have less self-interest is this other quality we talked about last time, abhyasa. I'm nourishing myself in some way so I can love you as you, not for what I can get from you. So the homework assignment could be, is there any level 3 crisis that I faced in my life? How did I get through it? What did I learn from it? Was there any benefit from it? Thank you for watching. See you next time. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.